Now it's time for Straight on the Point with Jesse T from some undisclosed location somewhere in the world. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Jesse T.
All right. Good to be with you. Thanks for turning my microphone on. I appreciate that. I do talk to myself all the time, though, so it's nothing out of the ordinary. I just keep talking until something good happens or something bad happens. Until something happens, that's what I do. I just keep the mouth in Southern California, and for that matter, all across the nation. It is the Jesse T Show. Good to be back with you. The Brown Beauty is back on. Raining, which is the third of three storms, supposed to last a couple of days, I believe, maybe some by. Actually, Tehran in Iraq on the mountaintops as the season changes, and then go surfing later on in the afternoon at the beach. I mean, what more can you ask for? Well, we got some water coming down on us, and we needed that here in Southern California. What a drought it has been, and I don't know if you've seen some of the before and after shots of the reservoirs and the dams and the rivers and the streams. They're just gushing with water right now. It is amazing what a month or so of rain will do to the ground. It just saturates it. And so it's good to see we need the water as we're water hungry here in the Los Angeles region. What happened to this climate warming crap? Oh, yeah, the planet is warming. There's no doubt about that, folks. The planet is warming, but, you know, it's been warming and cooling and warming and cooling and warming and cooling and warming and cooling for 5 billion years? So what's new? We do live on a living planet of volcanoes and earthquakes and tectonic plates moving and weather and atmosphere. We roll ourselves through space and the galactic infinite time immortal. I mean, yeah, okay, the Earth is still growing and shaping. So I don't think human beings have added all that much to climate control. Certainly we here in the United States are trying to do some things about that, but I think it's all silly. You got to get China and India on board if you want to control the heating of the atmosphere, and they're never going to do that. They're puffing out smog like we've never seen. I mean, my goodness gracious! If you take a picture, ever seen one of those pictures from Beijing? You can't even see your finger in front of your nose. Hey, talk about my nose. That's right. I don't know if you tuned in to the Jesse T Show on Friday last week. We had TLC Unleashed, the terrific world-famous Tracy Lynn Cohen and her fitness gurus. She's going to be in here every Friday at 4 o'clock. Well, she brought these special pieces of workout equipment in. And yes, yours truly, me, Jesse T. I can't help but being me, Jesse T. The Brown Beauty's on duty. I had to go try out these workout pieces of equipment. And I don't know if you saw, you didn't, you can still chime it in. It's archived at www.thepowerofvoices.com. It's also archived at facebook.com/Jesse Terrero. And by the way, thanking those who are chiming in. Eddie Kino, man. La Flavor. Hey, Eddie was one of my very first high energy mixers back, way back in the 1980s when we were at K-Day, and I was on the air and everywhere, broadcasting live at K-Day and also from the Casa Camino Real. Eddie was one of my guys. He was one of the best DJs, still is. He's known as DJ Eddie now, La Flavor back then, and he just was so terrific, pumping out the jams for us at the Casa, 3,000 strong. Good to have you along with Eddie. Rich Boyce is also in here. Thanks a lot, Rich, for checking in. Hey, now don't forget about our Instagram live audience. I can't see that audience as well. I did not bring my magnifying glass in, so the print is a little smaller on my smartphone that I have it on right now. Let me see. I think It's a Wild Thing joined. I like that, man. It's a Wild Thing. Wild Thing. Yeah, baby. Conjures up all kinds of imagination here in the Jesse T mind. You are entering the world according to Terrero on a Monday afternoon right here. Going to get straight on the point. Back to weather right now. So this climate change stuff, I don't know about that. I think if it's climate change, we should still be in drought. But man, we are getting a deluge of water. Water everywhere. I love it. I just love it.
love it very much. I know it's just a killer on traffic and a killer on trying to stay dry. And many houses and apartments and condos and townhouses are leaking everywhere right now. But, we needed the water, and I love the weather. So that's going to be with us here for the next couple of days. But, you and I, we are going to stay dry as we enjoy each other today. At 424-227-9461, you're welcome to give a call in, 424-227-9461, or you can chime in at facebook.com/Jesse Terrero, or on live stream too, and Instagram Live at Jesse Terrero. You can check us out there. A couple other places to tune in to us on the Power of Voices. That's right, on our global radio network at www.thepowerofvoices.com. Also going to give you another site for that. For those of you on the smartphone, it's easy to find at facebook.com/The Power of Voices. And on our website at AVTV Live in the Entertainment Channel and the TV Broadcasting Digital Network of ATV Live at www.aventertainmentlive.com. So it's good to have you along there. And we wrap it all up and archive it and run it live at YouTube Live, The Power of Voices, and many others. But those are the main boys, the main girls. Yeah, that's right. Those are the big time, because we are in the big time with you. On a Monday here in Southern California, across the nation, it is blizzard snow, freezing temperatures, and we're getting our fair share of it here. It's good to have you with us as we kick off another terrific week of just all kinds of new things happening in our country, this being 2017. And Friday, I spoke about how great this country is and how grateful we should be for living in this great country called the United States of America. Those have been here for many generations, and those that are just coming here for the first time. Legally, thank you very much. Legally, thank you very much. Legally, thank you very much. I welcome you with open arms. Illegally, get out of here. That's what I say about that. And so, of course, we have the new president, Donald J. Trump. I am a Trumpster. I voted for him primarily because I wanted to see a businessman in the White House, and he's doing businessman stuff. I like a lot of stuff that he's doing right now in his first few days of the White House. We do have people calling me like they always seem to do. They always seem to be calling me right when I get on the air and everywhere, from the community to the world. I don't know why that is. I turn it down, but it seems to find a way of popping up because, I don't always turn all the things down on the smartphone. Don't you just hate that when you're sleeping at night and that smartphone notifications start going off? Bleep, 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 bleep. Oh, my goodness. But you can't really turn your smartphone off because, some important people like family and friends have that number. None of us have landlines anymore, so you got to keep that smartphone on. I think we're all sleep deprived in this country because of smartphones. I think it's a conspiracy. It's a coup de grace. It's a conspiracy to keep us awake all the time and make us unhealthy. That's what it is. The insurance companies are behind it because when we are asleep at the wheel, we go crash, bang, boogaloo, baby. And that's right. We pay for more insurance. You know what I'm talking about? It is a conspiracy. Yes, leave it up to me, Jesse T. I'll find a conspiracy behind anything. That's right. And we do sometime a show about controversies and conspiracies. We ought to do another one this week about that. Now, remember, this week coming up for you, it's Wednesday Real Estate Day. We're going to be talking about real estate this week, like we do every week, teaching you how to get involved in real estate and make a ton of money, baby. From yours truly, Mr. Soul, Jesse Terrero. That's right. I've been a real estate broker for about 40 years, done loans, though, for about 20 years, and all kinds of other stuff. So that's Real Estate Wednesday. So get your questions if you're having any troubles or problems or errors, or you want to talk about some stuff or refi your loan or buy a house or sell a property. Hey, you might want to check in with us on Wednesday at 5 o'clock here from 5 to 6 on the Jesse T Show as we do Real Estate Wednesday. Always, every Wednesday here in the middle of the week as we make that transition towards this next weekend. It is going to be a rainy next couple of days, so stay dry, stay safe, and, take a little extra time. All right, now check it out. So there's a couple of things that are going on. Of course, we had the gajillion women protest across the nation this weekend, and I will say I did not participate in any of those protests. No, I just decided here in Los Angeles that I was not going to go down and put myself in the middle of 750,000 women. I just was not going to do that. No way, Jose. I was going to stay clear away and far from that. The ladies, you could have the day. Thank you very much. And boy, did they ever in Los Angeles and across the nation. There were millions upon millions upon millions of women protesting about something. Not all protesting about the same thing, but all had some protests going on, from Donald Trump to abortion to all kinds of things. I mean, it was just insanity from what I saw on CNN and a little bit on Fox and on the internet and the newspapers that I was reading. So it was pretty crazy, all the protests. Didn't seem to be a lot of violence going on, but then, I would hope not. You do have a legal right in this country to protest, as long as you protest peacefully, not like those anti-Donald Trump protesters who are now on the possibility of being arrested. I read an article that the anti-protesters for Donald Trump will face up to 10 years in prison. There was about 200 to 300 rioters during his inauguration, and they could fend up to 10 years in prison for some of the felonious acts they were doing. And in New York, they were breaking windows. Oh, thanks, De Niro, for that. Appreciate that. That's right. Stand in front of the Trump Towers there and solicit people to go out and get angry just by your rhetoric. I mean, my goodness gracious. So they decided to break a bunch of windows and turn over trash cans and do all kinds of disgusting, lewd, perverted, panic, juvenile, delinquent behaviors there in their protests. Not peaceful protests like Martin Luther King, not peaceful protests like it seemed to be that most of the ladies had peaceful protests across the nation. I didn't catch too many negative protesters out there. There was a few. When you put, millions and millions and millions and millions of people in one place together, there's bound to be some Looney Tunes out there doing their stuff. But one of the things that did strike me is that when watching some of this on the boob tube, baby, that's right, and on the internet, yes, one of the things that I did notice, which I thought was interesting, wow, there were a lot of people out there. I mean, wow, there were more people out there. There were more ladies out there in that one day of protest in Los Angeles than there was the protest when Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton were running for president. And right after he was, won the presidential election, the electoral vote. By the way, we do not live in a democracy. This is a republic. And in a republic, the popular vote doesn't win. Okay? That's just the way it is. Sorry. Those are the rules. All right? We do not live in a democracy. So the electoral system was developed in a republic for a lot of reasons, which we can get into later, but a lot of reasons. So when he won, Donald Trump, president-elect, became the president-elect of the United States of America. All the protests here in Los Angeles went on for, 2, 3, 4 weekends, but there wasn't 750,000 people. My goodness, that was just one day. Times 1 million in Washington or Seattle, and 1 million in New York, and 1 million here and 1 million there. There were millions and millions and millions of women protesting. There was absolutely no way. There was absolutely no way that I was going to be out in the middle of that. No way. No, sir. Thank you very much. I have a hard enough time when my wife is protesting, when Mama T is protesting, man. I just kind of, okay, thank you. Yes. All right. Yeah. And now my daughter, I have dealing with that protest there alone is a handful. I couldn't even imagine dealing with 750,000 people protesting in one spot, especially of the female nature. But it was a good, peaceful protest for the most part. There wasn't a lot of negativity in the press during or after, except for those comments by Madonna. Oh, my goodness. Madonna running off with her big fat mouth again. Madonna, 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 just talking Madonna stuff, saying she wants to blow up the White House. I mean, are you so stupid that you would say something like that in public? I mean, really? You got to be kidding me. Really, you don't threaten the White House, especially in 2017, 2016, 2015. Anytime after 9/11, you don't threaten the White House and the president. You get yourself in some serious, serious trouble when you do that. And in this case, the Secret Service are talking about investigating her and starting an investigation on her. And I did notice that she backpedaled a little bit, or at least her people backpedaled a little bit about what she was saying about blowing up the White House. I guess so. I imagine that you would backpedal a little bit in that respect, because that's something that you just don't do. I mean, just for your own safety. You don't do that. So, but despite people like that, in terms of some of the running off with the mouth on top of the stage from some of these A-lister stars who think that they have a right to say anything and everything and not be accountable for it, I think that she might have to answer some questions there. But it seemed to be like pretty much a peaceful protest. So that's a good thing. Got some more things to talk about there. But 424-227-9461. Bringing on somebody wants to chat with me a little bit. Hey, good to have you along. Who's talking?
Hey, Jesse, this is Anthony Davis.
Hey, how you doing, buddy? How are you, man? Where are you calling from?
I'm doing good. I'm from Galax, Virginia, a little town in southwest Virginia, right over the North Carolina border. And the reason I was calling, I know you, I've known of you for about probably 2 weeks now. Because of Lee Michaels. I do take credit for that. Yeah.
Well, Lee, we love Lee, man. I couldn't do this without Lee Michaels. Lee.
I love Lee. Lee has been a good friend of mine. We go back to the old days of the ex video chat platform Blab.
Oh, wow. That's a long time ago. That's a long time ago, man. Well, you've had a pleasure to be his pal for that long. I just tried to bug him for a job for 40 years, and he would never hire me. I chased him across the nation and crisscrossed the nation, but I never got any feedback from you, Lee. Thank you. Yes, okay. Well, what's up, man? How's the house doing? How's the home doing? How's the weather doing where you're at?
Well, the weather has been really nice around here. Very surprisingly warm, warmer than usual. Last weekend we had about 2 inches of snow and 9 degrees weather, and then all of a sudden it just took a swing for the better, and it's been staying up into the 40s, 50s, and 60s for about a week and a half now.
Isn't that crazy what our weather's doing, man? I mean, on a Tuesday it's this way, and on a Thursday it's that way. It's just like it's got you going every which way but loose, like Clint Eastwood used to say. Yeah.
And then tonight it's supposed to get around 38 degrees for a low, and then tomorrow they're calling for a low of 62.
Oh, man, I tell you. So what's going on today for you, man? What's happening, my friend?
Well, not much. I kind of wanted to talk to you a little bit about something that I've got going on Facebook, something that you might want to look into.
Okay, well, go ahead.
That you might take advantage of. I'm hearing you talk a little bit about this live stream that you're going to be doing in the next few weeks. Excuse me, for butchering the name of the event. Night of the...
Oh, okay. It's called Norby Waters Night of 100 Stars.
Night of 100 Stars.
Yeah, we're going to be out there. We're going to be broadcasting live on several platforms, and one of them will be live stream, Instagram, Facebook, Roku, and several others. And it's the viewing party. It's the number one viewing party for the Oscars. It happens Oscar night, and these are all the stars and producers and directors that are not being nominated or not part of this year's festivities at the Oscars themselves. But everybody who's anybody shows up there, and we're going to have the opportunity to do a lot of red carpet interviews and stuff like we've done for the last couple of years. I have, so it's going to be an exciting night.
Well, that sounds really cool. I can tell you, I might could help you out a little bit here, and I'm doing this free of charge because that's the kind of guy I am. I do this out of labor of love. I have a group on Facebook. It's a private group. I have to keep it private so that malicious people won't come in there and bombard the group.
Exactly.
It is called Web Series Friends.
Mm-hmm.
Again, called Web Series Friends. And for the last 2 years, I have gotten to be really good friends with web series creators, independent movie creators, podcasters, people who do independent projects, and they get their funds through crowdfunding, it's like GoFundMe and that kind of stuff. And so about a year ago, actually it was about a year or two ago, I started Web Series Friends because of all the connections that I've made through the web series community. Started out with about 30 people, and it is now has gone to from 30 people to about 1,800 plus users. And what Web Series Friends is a place for you to come and promote your stuff, promote what you have as far as a web series or podcast or an independent movie or whatever. And then it's also a place for you to find connections and resources that you need for your project. So you can ask, hey, we're looking for sound people for our project. Who can you recommend? We're looking for catering or whatever. And it's been a very good resource for the web series community and that kind of people. I'd like you to look us up on Facebook and join, and probably you're free to put the live feed up there on my group if you're welcome. Feel welcome to. It would help you out tremendously.
Well, that sounds great. I really appreciate the offer to do that. What you can do is, let me give you my email address real quick, Anthony, and let me give that to you. And if you can send me some information about that as well and a number to get back to you, here it is, WinWinWin, INC, at yahoo.com. That's 3 wins in a row. WinWinWinInc at yahoo.com. Send me that information. It's encrypted, so it won't go anywhere. And a number and a way to get back to you, and we'll hook something up, and I'll chat with Lee, and we'll see what we can get going on that, because we could always get as much promotion and cross-promotion with everybody that we can do, and we'd love to do that and help us and help you and help everybody out there. So that'd be a fantastic thing. What's the website again, real quick?
It's easy to find. Just go on Facebook, do a little search there, and put in Web Series Friends.
Okay, sounds great. I appreciate that, man.
Again, what is your website? Your email?
WinWinWinInc. WinWinWin Inc. at yahoo.com.
I didn't have a pen.
And thank you very much. We do have to kind of help each other out. That's what it's all about. That's the beautiful thing about the internet, is that you can get this cross-reference and cross-promotion with folks all around the United States and the world. And we definitely want to create some good relationships and friendships and consolidate, a larger network. So I really appreciate that. Do get that information out to me. And once again, the address email is winwinwininc at yahoo.com. Appreciate the call, Anthony. 424-227-9461. Martin Landau there. He's in his 80s. Many stars from that generation, from the new guys, the new girls, the new guys that are coming up now, the youngsters, people have had long IMDb sites. I mean, writers, directors, producers, everybody that you can possibly imagine that doesn't go to the Oscars wants to and tries to get into Night of 100 Stars with Norby Waters. Now, I think they seat about 2,000 people in this banquet facility at the Hilton, and it's really clothier out of Canada. And so, He's into stem cell research. So we get a lot of red carpet stars coming down. We want you to check it out. I'll give you more details. You can go on my Facebook site at facebook.com/Jesse Terrero. We will be there. Also, the Power of Voices is going to be there. We're going to set some radio feeds, some more live feeds up. So it's going to be an exciting thing. Going to really make it work out. And I'm working on getting maybe a couple of tickets for some active viewers and listeners here that we can give away. They can kind of get up and close and personal with the stars. I'm talking like, 12 inches away, a foot and a half away from. This is not like the Oscars where they're coming down the red carpet or the Grammys and you're way up in the grandstands. We're right there. So we invite you to tune into that. More details on the way. So anyhow, we were talking about, we had the Watts riots here in Los Angeles in the early 1960s, and all the protests of that time in that era. When you start thinking, there were so many people. There was protests over here about this and that, and then you had the wild, crazy people on stage saying stupid, ridiculous things, and then you had protest movements over here and that. So why? I think one thing would be if all these women could get behind homeless vets, the protest to save homeless vets. Because if you think about it, all those veterans that are coming back now from Iraq, that are back from the Persian Gulf War I, Iraq, Afghanistan, and the ones that will be coming back, there are so many of them that are homeless for one reason or another. And I thought about that as the first one because this week across the nation, well, actually the first part of February, it's called Count the Homeless Night. And all your communities across the nation get together and they count the homeless in their communities and they report it to their local city chamber of commerces and their local city council members. And then that count becomes a count that the state uses, each state uses for federal funding, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But it's Count the Homeless Night. And last year when I participated, I actually participated in about 5 years in a row of this. Most of the veterans that we were counting in our group were homeless vets. I was surprised that there were that many homeless vets they're just freeloaders, free loafers, whatever. But a lot of these people, both men and women, are homeless veterans. And a lot of that has to do with the PTSD problems that they have coming back. They don't get the veterans' benefits, political agenda of any party to stand up, look at them, and listen, because you are talking about ladies. Now, gentlemen, you know what I mean. When you get yourself in trouble and you're married or you got a girl that you've been living with for a long time or your loved one, you know what happens, right? There is not an excuse in the world that can get you out of trouble. There ain't no money that can get you out of trouble. Because if you give her money, she's going to use that money and get you more in trouble. You are like, dogged out, ears behind, tail beneath, running, right? So, if you can imagine that many women protesting for homeless veterans' rights. Another one I think would be a real good one would be child abuse. Nothing burns my butt more to see. It upsets me. Child abuse. Why is it that people pick on children that can't defend themselves in any way? Life coward. That's what you are. I don't care what psychological, physical impairment. I don't care if you were beat when you were a kid. I don't care what happened to you. You don't be picking on kids. They can't fight you back. They can't defend themselves. They can't run fast enough away from you. I think child abuse would be a great thing that women, because women bear life. They bear life. If you've ever been in a relationship where you are starting a family, whether you're married or not, it's irrelevant, but you're starting a family and that life is growing and growing every day, every second for 9 months. Average age, guys, is 12. 12 years old. Oh, they put the makeup on, the lighting. The 12 years old. You get abducted. Nobody wakes up at 11 and says, you know something, Mom, Dad, I'm going to be a child prostitute. I'm going to go find the Human Trafficking and Employment Agency. And I'm going to go over there, and we're talking about white gangs, wrought iron fence with a Roddy, Adobe, and a Pit, and a German Shepherd, all guarding women to their mamas. That's right. I'm telling you. If you're going to protest something, let's pick a cause that will change the world, change America. A good one, I think, would be kind of government and the amount of money that they waste. Yeah, per year. Oh, ladies, when you go to complain about something, what does that break down to a day? $800 a day? The mayor walks around, gives these wonderful, lofty speeches. You know, he makes $250,000 a year, $275,000. Oh, no, he's $300,000. The chief of police, Charlie Beck, makes more than the friggin' mayor. And what do they do? See, wasted government spending, way above the belt. Now, if we start going to the county level and the state level and the federal level, I don't really care what president, what Congress, I don't care what your principles are in terms of your political agenda. It doesn't matter. How can you spend $5,000 for a toilet? How does that happen? How come when you put a tree up in the city of Los Angeles, you have a piece of property that you split in half and you're going to sell off one lot, and they make you put trees out front for the green projects, right? And they make you put trees like for every 25 feet, you got to put a tree. So if you got a corner lot, you got to put a tree on one side and a tree on the other. Right? They tell you what kind of tree you have to put in there. And oh, by the way, you just can't go down to Home Depot and Lowe's or their favorite nursery and buy your favorite tree to put it in there. Oh, no. No. You can't do that because they will still charge you what they're going to charge you anyway when you want to put that tree up and you're qualifying for a lot split. Now check this one out. You know what that tree costs? I'm going to blow your mind. You know what that tree costs? $5,000. $5,000 for a friggin' tree that you can go down to Home Depot and buy for $250. And that's halfway grown. Here. And wait. You got to have 3 brute, big, giant, really powerful fighting Jarvis's Property Tax Act of Proposition 13. They're picking away and chiseling away at it, little by little. Yet they want to tax us more here in the city of Los Angeles. What, 10% sales tax in the state of California? Almost 11%? And all the other taxes that come involved. Governmental waste in spending. Now, what do you think they could do with that money? Now, what if every 750,000 ladies that protested this weekend showed up at City Hall on a Wednesday night when the city council is meeting? They meet every night. I picked Wednesday. Why not? Imagine what would happen. And you showed up. 700 and protested the waste in our schools, the waste in our maintenance of our infrastructure, the waste and high salaries that they're making, the waste, and we wonder why our streets look like they look. We wonder why our neighborhoods look like they look. We wonder why we have slow response times on emergency services. We wonder why there's illegal dumping and garbage all over the streets. We wonder why the graffiti is crazy, wild nuts. We wonder why there's gangs. We wonder why. Here's my challenge. You 750,000 women that went out there this weekend, why don't you protest against the LA city government and the wild expenditures of wasted money? And then we move to the state assembly and the state senators. And then we move to the governor. And then we move to Washington and we attack all our congressmen in the state of California. And we attack all our senators in the state of California, and then we move on the presidency. I don't care who's the president. Can you imagine how we could effectively change America? Am I just fanciful thinking here? Am I just wishing on a star? There was a great song. I think it was Wishing on a Star. Who was that song, Lee? Wishing on a Star. Tiara? Well, who's that? Rolls Royce. Remember that song by Rolls Royce, Wishing on a Star? Am I just wishing on a star? Sometimes I think I am just wishing on a star and wishing on fantasies that'll never happen. But I figure that if you're going to protest something like the Vietnam War, 58,000 men and women being killed for no reason, like the civil rights movement of the 1960s, if you're going to protest something that we can all get behind, that's worthwhile, that can change a nation. Protest something that has merit, that the power of your voice, the power of voices, we take that power back. It's about time that we realize that we, the people, go around and give speeches, but nothing ever gets done. Nothing ever gets done unless the people get behind it. So I challenge the 750,000 good-natured women who were out there protesting the potpourri of different things that they were protesting, to get a cause that can unite the country or unite your whole city, and protest that. Alas, that will never happen, though. No. It will never happen. Never. And if it doesn't, our country will continue going the way it's going. And there will be nothing that will change. SOS. Right? Not going to happen. You can't get 10 people to agree to anything unless it's breaking windows in New York City at a Trump protest or, lighting a car on fire at the Staples Center because the Lakers won. What? Turning a police car over in a janitor's van at the Staples Center because the Clippers won? What? What's that about? Right? Doesn't make any sense to me. But then again, this is the world according to Torero. And you're straight on the point. As we come to the end of the show in a few minutes, you're straight on the point. The point I'm making is, if you're going to put your energy and time and effort, then pick a cause that we all can get behind and unite and change the direction of our community, change the direction of our town, our city, our state, and eventually change the direction of our country. That's effective change and effective time management. 750,000 people out there, and the millions and millions and millions, like The Rock says, the millions and millions and millions of women that protested across this nation this last weekend. Yeah, I commend you. I take my hat off. You set a historical ideology, a historical event that they'll probably be talking about for 100 years. But what's really going to happen with it? It's already forgotten. ThePowerVoices.com. Jesse Torero, www.thepowerofvoices.com, www.aventertainmentlive.com, YouTube Live, The Power of Voices, and we archive also at facebook.com/The Power of Voices, facebook.com/Jesse Torero. We're on Instagram Live, saying hi to all our Instagram Live fans. I'm going to pick the phone up here and see if I can see it. Got Eric Zuli. I haven't seen from you in a long time. Hey, buddy. We got Saul_T_Romeo, Oli Erickson, Real White. Can't read that one. I can't read that one. Diana Duff. I can't read that one. Yeah, Diana. Okay, there's so many here. I got to get another set of glasses. That's what I got to do. Hey, we'll see you here tomorrow, 5 to 6, every day, Monday through Friday. We're on the air and everywhere. The community to the world. That's right. We're doing it for you here. Tomorrow is going to be a great day. And we want you to participate always at 424-227-9461. Thanks to Anthony for giving us a call. Appreciate that, guys. You have a great night. Stay dry. Enjoy yourself. Don't get in an accident. And please slow down. The Brown Beauty is off duty. Bam, baby. See ya.